The second inning, it was a bad one. Chin-Ming Wong, single ball pitcher going for the Yankees with his ERA doing anything but dropping. 0-2, 28.93 ERA this season, and it actually went up. Runners on first and second in the second. Shin-Soo Choo, 3-run shot. 3-2 Indians, and Joe Girardi said, okay, get it going, it's all right. There will be more, though, Joe. As Drupal Cabrera up the middle, Ben Francisco scores, and Girardi not as encouraging. 4-2 Indians, it got worse. Wong gave up 8 in 1 inning his last time out. Saturday, not much better. Mark DeRosa doubles. Cabrera, Grady Sizemore scored. DeRosa 4 for 7, 6 RBI. Indians up 6-2. Next batter, no. Make it stop. Victor Martinez scores. DeRosa scores on that after the single. 7-2 Indians. That would be it for Wong. His ERA now the age of an average SportsCenter anchor, 34.5. 1 in the third, 8 runs, 8 hits. Girardi uncommitted about his place in the rotation afterwards. Anthony Claggett, welcome to the majors. Your big league debut, and you're getting rocked. Johnny Peralta doubles. Martinez, Travis Hafner score. Remember the Yanks gave up 9 in the 7th on Thursday? It got worse today. Claggett with the bases loaded. Cabrera taking them deep for the grand slam. 13-2 Indians. Second grand slam in 3 games at the stadium by the Indians. Next batter, Grady Sizemore. 3 for 4. Sizemore only had 1 RBI today.
These are pop-ups. Anything hit in the air to right field is gone for a home run. There's a jet stream to right field.
14-run second. Tim Kirchner, break it down, please. The Yankees say. Top of the second took 37 minutes.
Wait, they're not done?
No, unfortunately it continued. Top of the 5th, Edward Ramirez. Why? DeRosa to left center. Indians up 19-2 and more.
You went Nancy Kerrigan on us right there.
Why? Victor Martinez, why not?
Anything in the air to right field, it's
gone.
A home run.
It's gone. 8th inning, Jose Veras, maybe he can help out, right? By this time, all the Yankee haters are having
at least look at it this way. At least he hit it to left field.
Wow.
That's something.
Indians have scored 21 runs. It's 21-4. Mercy, please! Mercy! Mercy, please! The Maso Marte pitching. Trevor Crow didn't hit it hard, but he found the right spot. And the Indians, 6 home runs. They had 25 hits in a 22-4 rout. You know, we should have put up yellow tape in this thing. This was a Bronx beatdown. Eric Williams gets his 500th victory in record-setting style, and yeah, the nation is happy tonight. Those 14 second-inning runs, the most runs scored in any inning off a game since the Bo Sox put up 14 in the first against the Marlins back in June of 2003. Joe, say it ain't so. What happened?
Celtics, Bruins, Red Sox, all at home. Orioles at Fenway. Kevin Youkilis, the Yuka, bottom 3. Oh, he hits that wicked far. 4-0 Boston. It's a 3-run homer for Youkilis. The Uke Fu is back, by the way. They're loaded in a 5th. Down 6-1 Aubrey Huff, left center. Now, Nick Green has a little issue with the relay here from Jacoby Ellsbury. That allows the 3rd run to come in, so this clears the bases, and suddenly it's a 6-4 game. Cinco Ocho, top 9, into close. Huff, the go-ahead run at the plate. Papelbon gets him. And the Red Sox, they had the big comeback win Friday. They almost let a big lead get away here, but they hold on and win the 6-4. Still no Manny home run facing the Rockies, and there it is.
Yes.
Bottom 1. He'd gone 11 games and 36 at-bats without a home run. It's 1-0 LA against Colorado. Top 2. Now, Manny will put down the bat and will pick up the glove. And it's the routine plays where you get a little nervous. I got this. It's under control.
Sun in his eyes, man.
And then not so much. Well,
LA's sun is treacherous.
Yeah, but Chad Billingsley will still go 3-0 because once Manny puts the glove down, it's the gloves. You just get a new one. He picks up a bat, and then we go back to this. His 2nd of the season, 2nd of the game, bottom 3. 529 for the career, now 7 behind Mickey Mantle. The Dodgers' other big power hitter in the 2 spot for the first time this year, by the way, Andre Ethier in the 7th. Ethier, his 2nd, 4th of the year. And the Dodgers, they get 2 from Manny and 2 from Ethier. And they beat up on the Rockies. 9-5 is the final. So they are on the board in Mannywood, his first 2 of the year. Marlins 9-1 at the Nationals. Bottom 1, they're loaded for Austin Kearns, and he unloads. The grand slam, his 2nd home run this year. The Nats are up 5-0, but down 6-4. In the 9th, Jeremy Hermida, a 2-run homer off Joel Hanrahan, the closer who gave up Cody Ross's game-tying 9th inning home run in Friday's Marlins win. Hermida ties it at 6. Top 11, it's that man again. Hermida The other way this time off, Wilfredo Ledesma, his third. Marlins win at 9-6. Florida has won 6 in a row. The Marlins are off to a 10-1 start. Cardinals won the opener of this 4-game series at Wrigley Thursday. Aaron Miles and the Cubs got it back Friday. Looking for more Saturday. 4-4 in the 6th. Here's Miles. It gets through. They'll waive Giovanni Soto back from injury. The Cubs lead 5-4. Top 8 tied 1-1. Yadier Molina. It's a double. Oh, that Cub bullpen. You never know. It's a day-to-day scenario in the back end of that Cub bullpen. Duncan scored. They've come back to tie it at 5. Bottom 11, Aramis Ramirez. 0 for 5, up with 2 outs and a man on. Here we go.
The pitch. A swing and a fly ball. Left center field. It's got a chance. Cubs win. Cubs win a home run. Aramis Ramirez.
Cubs win at 7-5. They finished the 4-game series Sunday night on ESPN, preceded by Baseball Tonight.
Even with their voice gone, the game go on for the Phillies, hosting no surprising pause. Now, Brad Lidge had saved 47 straight regular season games, third longest in Major League Baseball history, but in the top of the ninth, in a little bit of trouble. Phillies up 5-4. Jody Garrett, the double right there to right center field. Later in the inning, Garrett on third. Brian Giles trying to bring him home with just 1 out. That's going to get it done, and just like that, the streak is over. Lidge blows a save for the first time in 48 chances. We're tied at 5, but he can still be in line for the win, though, right? Wrong. 2 on, 2 out. Kevin Kuzminoff says, might as well send you home a loser. Drills the 3-run shot, so not only does Lidge blow the save, he gets the loss. Wow, Padres win it 8-5. The Padres red hot. They've won 8 of their last 9.
And this is the way they drew it up in the offseason at Citi Field. Johan Santana, well, let's get him, and let's have him start the game. And that works out pretty good. 7 Ks and 7 scoreless against Milwaukee. Fielder Cameron Hart. I'll take strike 3. All right, so then you got to score a run at some point for Johan. Right. Here it comes, bottom 7. Reyes, you know, he's pesky. Carlos Villanueva right off the glove. Knocks his glove off. Omir Santos scores. Mets get their run. They lead 1-0. So Johan's got his run. J.J. Putz, they got him. Let's have him pitch the 8th. That worked out. Then they go to K-Rod in the 9th. J.J. Hardy. The Brewers run themselves right out of the inning. The old strike him out, throw him out, just the way they drew it up in Citi Field in the offseason. Mets beat the Brew Crew 1-0 in Queens.
All right, how about the Braves and the Pirates? Ryan Dolman bobblehead day at PNC. Got to get me one. Bottom of the 7th.
Again.
Always. I asked them to send them to me. Off the wall to those Dolman, center field, and Nate McCloud is going to score all the way from second. Dolman doing his thing on his day. 3 for 4, 3 doubles. Pirates up 6-0. Pirates one of those surprise teams this year. Craig Monroe, his second 3-run home run of the game. Moreau getting the curtain call at PNC. And how about the Pirates? 6-5 on the season. They get the shutout. 10-0.
Only 10. Let's count them down. Here are Saturday's top 10 plays. We start at number 10, the Pistons and Cavaliers in Cleveland. LeBron James here. Joe Smith there. Cavaliers roll over the Pistons. More from this game later in top plays. That's a tease in the business.
Number 9, Brewers and Mets, Giovanni Gallardo the third, and that's where David Wright is. Dives for the stop and get the nice out at first base. Look at him ranging. Nicely done, keeping his eye on the ball. Mets going to win the game 1-0.
Number 8, semis of the FA Cup. Arsenal and Chelsea. Didier Drogba right around. I'm coming around you. Oh, that is an open net. 2-1 Chelsea. They're going to beat Arsenal and advance to the FA Cup final.
I got a goal here. College lacrosse, Navy, John Hopkins, Brian Christopher. Stop, turns it. Fires for the goal right there. Blue Jays won it 15-7.
Number 6, LeBron.
At the buzzer. LeBron James finishes the first half in dramatic fashion.
Number 5, A's and Blue Jays, Aaron Hill to left. Orlando Cabrera, the slide. Great stop in the long throw to first for the out. For the A's, going to lose the game 4-2.
A little more on the Saturday in Boston. Bruins win, Red Sox win. Celtics, not so much. Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah. Bulls win in overtime in Boston, 105-103.
More from that soccer game. CC, he's going to shoot, and Iker Casillas dodge for the quick save near the post. Look at that. keeping his eye on the ball and stretching it out by a fingernail.
Number 2, top 10, round 3 of the Verizon Heritage Golf Tournament. Ted Purdy from the bunker. Finished the day at 10 back of the leader, Brian Gay.
And number 1, Marlins and Nationals, Dan Uggla. Deep to center, but that's with Roger Bernardina. Great catch at the wall. He's not afraid of that wall. Stretching out. Left the game with a broken ankle, though, but he's got our top play.
Tying it in the 9th. Saturday, they tied it in the 9th again, won it in the 11th. More drama here Sunday. Top 8, it's Cody Ross. The solo shot, his 3rd, ties the game at 3. Back come the Marlins again in Washington. Bottom 8, Ryan Zimmerman. Emilio Bonifacio to 2nd. Dan Uggla, they try and turn it. Ross Glow, no. Anderson Hernandez scores. The Nationals come back. It's 4-3. Top 9. Saul Rivera. Oh, this Nationals bullpen.
He's holding.
John Baker, left center. Bonifacio, Hanley Ramirez says he's the fastest guy I've ever seen. He comes in there. That's on it at 4. Here's Jeremy Hermida. Huge weekend. Walk to load the bases for Ross. Manny Acta watching another one get away. What a weekend he had to sit through in that Nationals dugout. Here's Ross. Double the right center. It drives in all 3. Ross Sunday, 3 for 4. The homer, 5 RBIs. Florida has won 7 in a row, now 11-1. The Nationals are 1-10. Manny Acta, what do you do?
I think it's embarrassing. I think it's unacceptable. I think our fans have every right to be mad like we are right now, and it's not going to be tolerated. We're going to have a brand new bullpen tomorrow, and if those guys that come in don't get it done, we're going to continue getting guys out of here because I think all of us deserve better.
He wasn't kidding. After the game, the Nationals changed virtually their entire bullpen. 3 pitchers and catcher Josh Bard all moved.
The franchise, they lost to Carl Pavano a day after being blown out of the Bronx by the Indians to the tune of 22-4. A.J. Burnett has been their stopper, but he's not stopping home runs from leaving this new ballpark. Shin-Soo Choo takes Burnett up and out. Indians had a 1-0 lead. Victor Martinez, a screamer to first. Mark Teixeira, he is much more than just an offensive player. The Gold Glover makes the play there. Runner on first, top of the 4th, Ryan Garco. Get out of town, a 2-run shot off Burnett. Yankees have to be thinking, here we go again. It's 3-0 Trot. Carl Pavano against his former mates. Pavano goes 6 innings, gave up just 4 hits and 1 run. Yanks had to be wondering where that effort was when he was wearing the pinstripes for their $40 million. Bottom of the 7th, 3-1, Hideki Matsui. And here come the Yankees. Robinson Cano scores 3-2. And here's where it gets a little nutty. Just 2 batters later, it's Jorge Posada. He's pinch hitting for Jose Molina. And Posada off Jensen Lewis, deep to right. Will the ballpark hold it? Well, really, who knows? Tough to tell. Trevor Crowe can't make the catch. The umpire there signals a home run. Derek Jeter thinks it's out. Eric Wedge would beg to disagree. He's calling for fan interference. The umpires do go to instant replay. First video review of the season, as you see it. Very tough to tell. Upon further review, after an 8.5-minute delay, the home plate umpire, Jerry Crawford, signals home run. The call on the field stands, and the Yankees go on to win 7-3. They've won 4 of their last 6 games.
Padres in the cradle of freedom, taking on the Phils. Bottom 6, San Diego trying to continue their roll, up 4-0, but hold on, here's Chase Utley. He's hitting 9 of his last 10. A 2-run home run cuts San Diego's lead in half. It's 4-2. Jimmy Rollins, slow start out of the gate, 5 for 40, pinch hitting here in the 8th, and there it goes. The solo shot makes it a 1-run game. The Phillies are back within 1. Now in the 9th inning, Edwin Moreno trying to close because the Heath Bell experience was on ice after working 3 days in a row. Ryan Howard goes down and gets that one. Jody Garrett, it drops in. Next up, Raul Ibanez, and how about a little walk-off drama? Fill thine horn with oil and go. Raul Ibanez, his 5th career walk-off homer. Phillies come back and win. They snap the Pods' 3-game winning streak.
On the air like this, and of course that is accurate. First place Jays hosting the A's. Ricky Romero, his 3rd career start for the Blue Jays, and he had it going on. Strikes out Matt Holliday there. Kurt Suzuki, you get the idea. Let's go to the 4th, where really it's more of the same. Gets Jack Cuss looking, and 3 pitches. Top of the 6th, Blue Jays still hanging on, a 1-0 lead. Romero strikes out Cust again swinging. And to the 7th, Romero really in the most trouble he's seen all day. Then he gets Mark Ellis, the old 4-6-3 double play. Blue Jays hang on to win 1-0. Romero 7 strong, 4 hits, no runs. He walked just 2.
Well, the AL Central, maybe not a complete surprise. There was a grassroots movement for the Royals in this division when all the preseason picks went out. Playing at Texas Sunday, Ian Kinsler, whoa, his 4-3-2 Rangers. That off Kyle Davies, but Davies settled down, 6 innings of 3-hit ball. Bottom 8, down 5-4. This is Chris Davis pinch hitting. Little infield defense. Alberto Callaspo knocks it down. Hank Blaylock coming home. Safe! Ties the game at 5. Throw just a little off toward the first base side. Bottom 9, Michael Young facing Kyle Farnsworth. We saw former Yankee great Carl Pavano had a rough day Sunday. Here's the Kyle Farnsworth experience.
Michael Young hits it high, hits it deep. Michael Young has hit it out. The Rangers walk off with a 6-5 win.
Oh, they needed it. They'd lost 7 of 8. Young's first career walk-off homer snaps Kansas City's 4-game road winning streak.
Smart move.
You were all over that.
First place Mariners got a visit from the Tigers. That's 20-year-old Rick Porcello. His second major league start in some trouble early. And then he gets Jamie Burke to get out of trouble. Hits him with a 4-3 double play. Tigers a 1-0 lead. In the 4th, Ramon Santiago lays down the suicide button. Brandon Inge coming home, and he is safe. Santiago had a career-high 5 RBIs in the game. In the 5th, Franklin Gutierrez, he's chasing Porcello, one of his 3 strikeouts. He's still in there in the bottom of the 7th. Adrian Beltre absolutely laces one, and Inge is there to make the great diving play. Detroit wins 8-2. Look out for the Tigers. They've won 6 of 8 overall, and Porcello, that never gets old. Shaving cream in the face trick, his first big league victory. The Giants' Randy Johnson dealing like it was the good old days against his old pals, the Diamondbacks. Top of the 1st, Eric Burns lines the pitch. Randy Wynn in defense of the big unit, makes the nice sliding grab. In the 4th, so Burns, you figure Giants sort of owe him one, right? Slow dribbler. Johnson, look at him, like a cat off the mound, and makes the throw while falling. Randy, no hits allowed through 4 innings. Burns robbed twice. Top of the 6th we go. Giants up 1-0, man on, 1 out. John still hasn't given up a hit, but just gave up a double play ball. He'll take that. 14th time with a no-hitter through 6 innings. He's the active leader in that department. He's still very active. To the 7th, Johnson, his first pitch to Augie Ojeda. And Ojeda's going to clean double it into left. No-hitter bid is over. And the fans in San Francisco respond to the effort by the big unit as if he's been there for 20 years. Later in the inning, runner on 3rd and 2 down. It's Johnson gets Tony Clark. Johnson, 7 innings, gave up 1 hit, 7 strikeouts.
More on that on ESPNChicago.com. John Lester, the starter for the Red Sox. Boy, you know what? After the rough start, a Patriots Day weekend sweep of the Orioles, take 4 from these guys. You get right back on track after the 3-6 start. Lester, 6 Ks through 4. Top 6 in a little bit of trouble here. 2 on against Nick Markakis, and Nick Markakis is battling. Fouls off 3 straight fastballs from Lester, who had the cutter working as well Sunday. So finally, you know what? Let's go breaking ball, ring him up. Whoop. Lester struck out 9 and 7 scoreless, now 7-0 career versus Baltimore. 9th inning we go. Takashi Saito on to close. Cinco Ocho unavailable. Papelbon there is just sort of hanging out in the dugout. Pitched all weekend long. He's tired. Saito, it got interesting, but he got his first save with the Red Sox. Boston goes for the 4-game sweep on Patriots Day, Monday morning.
David Wright and Carlos Beltran receiving their gold gloves. Now, if you could just do something about the 2 for 13 with runners in scoring position, fellas. J.J. Hardy down the left field line. Daniel Murphy over to make the grab, but it's taken away. Now, Murphy's a member of the home team.
Oh,
you
we got a Bartman deal there.
Pay a whole lot of money for those tickets. Fan interference was called. Hardy was ruled out. Next batter is Mike Cameron. Different kind of out. Out of the yard. That's Cameron's 3rd home run the last 4 games. Brewers have a 3-1 lead. In the bottom of the 7th, Todd Coffey is in a relief for the Brewers. Mets down 3-2 in the base loaded, and Coffey grabs it and throws home for the force. Jason Keno throws on to first. That's a double play. Again, Coffey coming in the bottom of the 7th. That is significant. Bottom of the 8th, 2 on, and Omar Santos hits it hard. Bill Hall the catch. Unassisted double play. Coffey gets an 8-out save. The first such save since 2003.
Twins home of the Dome looking for a sweep of the Angels. Carlos Gomez. This is what he does. It's former Met great Carlos Gomez. He beats out infield hits. Had 3 of them Sunday. Jose Morales scores. Twins up 2-1 in the 7th. Glenn Perkins facing Bobby Abreu. Watch out. Right off the knee. But there's Brendan Harris barehanded. Perkins would stay in the game. He retired 13 straight at one point, in fact. Next up, Torrey Hunter. Got it. Kendry Morales. Ground ball, and here's some Twins defense, courtesy of Alexi Casilla. All this behind Perkins, who gave up only the 1 earned in 8. He struck out 4. You bring in Joe Nathan there. He gets Hunter, and that ends it. It's Nathan's 3rd save. The Twins win 3-1, and they sweep. A lot happened over the last week in the major leagues. Time for an encore, please.
Time now for SportsCenter's top plays. Number 100. 100-year-old Emma Hendrickson, the great-great-grandmother, rolled a 115, a 97, and a 106 for 318 to become the oldest competitor in the history of the U.S. Bowling Congress Women's Championships. She's already signed up for next year's event in El Paso.
Number 9, Verizon Heritage Open final round. This is Brian Gay going where Eagles dare. Gay is 64 Sunday, won by 10.
Number 8, Devils and Hurricanes. This is overtime. Travis Zajac scores the goal up top over Cam Ward. Devils win, have a 2-1 lead in their series.
Number 7, a lot of plays from the Padres and Phillies, and they are defensive plays from Ryan Howard. It's a world gone mad. The diving stop on Adrian Gonzalez, and then a similar play on Everett Cabrera. Look at Ryan Howard. He's really worked on his defense, and it's showing for the Phils.
Number 6, Indians and Yankees. Mark Teixeira doesn't have to work on his defense. What a pick right there. He'll take it himself to rob Victor Martinez. Yanks win and come from behind fashion, 7-3.
Where you go from the Empire to the nation. Orioles, Red Sox, Dustin Pedroia, foul ground. Shad Moeller's going to go 3 rows in. He got it. Red Sox have won the game 2-1. They go for the 4-game sweep. Patriots Day morning, Monday.
Set your alarm clock for that one. Reds and Astros at number 4. Michael Bourne hits at the left center. Willie Tavares, the full extension there. Who decided to put a hill in center field in Houston?
Cal Smith. Number 3, it's Bourne's revenge. Tavares to center. Shy of that hill. Michael Bourne, Reds win 4-2. Get out of town. Oh, wait.
That's taken there at all.
Yeah.
No. Number 2, Andre Iguodala.
Andre Iguodala with the ball. 6 on the clock. Dribbling against Turkoglu on the right side. Between the legs. Left-hand dribble. Step back shot from the top. In the air. Good. He made it. 2 seconds to go. Andre Iguodala puts the Sixers in front. 198.
Can't hit the free throw. Can hit that.
Number 1, fill thine horn with oil and go.
Swing and a drive. Hit deep. Down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is.